Yul Edochie bribes his way to victory in court. Must watch. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time or visiting my channel, do well to like and subscribe. Well, there have been several things going on and it's not funny. When I say this process or this court process has been lingering for a long time is intentional, people would think it's just mere talk. But the truth is, it has always been intentional. Yul Edochie knows why he's making this process delay, because he thinks if he delays, Edochie will just overlook it and maybe decide to accept polygamy or decide to accept his stance. But it doesn't work like that. It truly doesn't work like that. You don't force these things on people. How would you tell me that a court process that has stayed for like 2 years now, up to this moment, they've not gotten or they've not reached the consensus, they've not approved the divorce up to this moment, and you think it's not something worth thinking about or it's not something worth panicking? Because one, this is not the first person that has gone to file a divorce. Why is her own different? Why is Edochie's own still lingering up to this moment, and you think Yul Edochie does not have hands in it? There are several things that happens and we come to understand, or story tries to make sense to us, because Yul Edochie has been trying his best to keep Edochie in this marriage. He wants Edochie, but he doesn't know how to say it. He wants Edochie to be with him because he wants to milk Edochie, because he knows Edochie is flourishing. She's doing well with her career. She's actually living the luxurious life Yul Edochie has yearned for. So all these things are what he wants for himself. He wants to get all these privileges, but then he has already spoiled the whole process of achieving this privilege. One, by going to be with Judy Austin. Forfeiting his marital vow to Edochie, he went to be with Judy Austin. And two, by still standing on the fact that what he did was right. He stood his grounds up to this moment that what he did was the right thing. Even coming to validate it that God approves polygamy and that he's a father of all nations, and he would just come out and say that he's a proud polygamist. You see the extent Yul Edochie would go because he wants to validate the fact that he's happily living with Judy Austin, and you still expect Edochie not to further this divorce process, and you expect Edochie to take down this divorce process. It's not going to work, and that is why they are looking for ways to truncate this whole efforts of Edochie. They're looking for ways to truncate and make this whole thing look futile for Edochie, because you cannot explain that Edochie filed a divorce long time ago. Even if you give birth to a child that time that Edochie filed this divorce, by now this child will start working. By now this child have entered school safe. So why would this thing delay? And you think Yul Edochie does not have hands? Initially, when this court process came out, Yul Edochie was nonchalant. He felt so relaxed. He felt it was just a prank. He felt there was nothing Edochie would do that would make him sign this divorce. Even coming to tell Edochie that he does not support divorce, that God does not support divorce, that he's going to be with Edochie and uphold his marital vow to Edochie. And Edochie said no, she does not want to be part of this marriage, in as much as he wants to speak anything or preach anything he wants to preach, that she's not going to be connected to this marriage because she cannot be cajoled into accepting polygamy. Yul Edochie did a lot of things and Edochie stood her grounds that she was not going to accept, that there's no effort, that there's nothing Yul Edochie wants to do to her that will make her succumb to his decision of being part of polygamy. And that is why Yul Edochie decided to take it upon himself to do several things to Edochie. He has done a lot of things. What I mean, a lot of things to Edochie. Even times that we have sittings in the court, Yul Edochie will intentionally not appear. Yul Edochie will intentionally tell his lawyers not to appear, all because they want this case to be adjourned and adjourned and adjourned and adjourned and adjourned. And you come to understand what is happening to the legal system in the country, because these people are meant to do this thing. This thing is not meant to stay up to 3 months. 3 months is like a max for this process to stay, and this is going to 2 years plus. And up to this moment, you've not finalized and given verdict on this matter. And you want people to fold their arms and see Edochie every day. Yul Edochie is coming online to do several things, and he knows that these things are disturbing the composure and everything of Edochie, because there's nothing Yul Edochie will do. There's no controversial thing he will bring on social media that it will not one way or the other be linked to Edochie. They're not the first persons to. Edochie is not the first person to divorce her husband. She's not the first person. But then, why is it so much for Yul Edochie to accept? Yul Edochie did not want to accept this up to this moment. Edochie did not force Yul into polygamy. Did not force Yul to go be with Judy Austin. So why is Yul Edochie finding it difficult to accept Edochie's stance up to this moment? When he was doing all these things with Judy Austin, didn't he know that Edochie would take actions? Didn't he know that Edochie would not be happy or she will frown at this whole actions he's doing, because he took Edochie for granted. He thought Edochie's emotion doesn't matter. He thought he could use emotional blackmail to make Edochie do his bidding, and he was to his utmost surprised that Edochie stood her grounds that she was never going to be part of polygamy. Well, before I continue, my dear subscribers and visitors, if this is your first time of visiting my channel, do well to like and subscribe. Well, there's been another video about Blessing CEO. Blessing CEO is a very controversial social media manager or influencer, and she calls herself a therapist. She calls herself somebody that can talk to a marriage therapist, yes. So now, Blessing CEO has sent a message to Vicky James, and this message has stirred a lot of reactions. People are like, Blessing CEO, that's fine. That maybe it is what she thinks. Some people are even saying that she should take the message, that Vicky James should take the message and leave the messenger, because Blessing CEO has proven herself to be a controversial person. So, according to this message, she said, with the circumstances in which you met your husband, you should keep him away from the media. It gives him more respect. I don't know who you're trying to pepper with your get ready with me videos. This is what Blessing Okoro, that's a relationship expert or a counselor, is sending to Vicky James. According to what she said that ever since, even prior to Vicky James' wedding, that Vicky James has always been on social media, trending for one thing or the other, is that she's making posts, making videos, doing all sort of things, and that it doesn't depict well of her and her husband, if she wants to protect her husband's image, because people now come to make a caricature of her husband on social media, courtesy of her privileges that she brings her husband to social media. And Blessing CEO said that Vicky James should stop all these get ready with me videos that she always put out on social media. She makes it look like the man doesn't have a job anymore. He's just like a puppet in her hands, that she can just tell him, get ready with me, or maybe she can make an outfit and use him as a mannequin, and he'll be the one to model the outfit for her. All these things, she said, when Blessing CEO said these things are not depicting well, are not promoting the respect the man is meant to have on social media. As people now even went on to say that this man is not difference between him and Chioma and him and Regina Daniels, that the man is a goody guy, because the man had to hop on the opportunity he saw to be with Vicky James, and now that is why the man is utilizing it. And Vicky James, because people have already said that Vicky James is worthier than this man, we do not know the truth, but then Vicky James is posing this notion more on social media, and Blessing CEO is coming to say that she should desist from this thing, because it might not end well. It might not end. And if you see the comment section was so peaceful. People are like, wow, that this is a very clear message to Vicky James, that they should just forget about how controversial Blessing CEO has always been, but Vicky James should take this information or this message and try to work on it very well, because it is very important for her to do it if she wants to save her marriage from future doom that might come or that might not come. Well, moving on to the main gross of the matter, why I say Yul Edochie might have grabbed his way into making this process of divorce being elongated. According to the information that I have, there is a case of this is about a case of a French Mayu player. Yes, he's a footballer called Evra. Evra was jailed for 12 months for abandoning his wife and 2 kids. This is what the government of France did to Evra, for abandoning his wife and 2 kids. And according to the information, they said the former Mayu defender, that's Manchester United defender Evra, jailed 12 months for abandoning his wife and 2 kids. That's his 12 months prison sentence after being found guilty of abandoning his wife and 2 children. Evra's sentence was confirmed by Notarial Prosecutor's Office, according to the report by Le Parisien. The court ruled that Evra abandoned Sandra Evra and their child from May 1st, 2021 to September 28th, 2023. The 43-year-old allegedly owes 969,000 euros in unpaid alimony. The 12-month sentence has, however, been suspended for 2 years, but the former France international has been ordered to pay his wife 4,000 euros for moral damages and 2,000 euros for legal costs. Meanwhile, Patrice, who is considered one of the greatest left-backs in Europe, has filed an appeal. His attorney, Jerome Borsica, told Le Parisien. According to Borsica, Mr. Paris Evra filed an appeal knowing that he provided his wife with an apartment, a house with a swimming pool in the south of France, and that he lent her almost 2 million euros for her daily life, a sum that she refuses to return, which is the reason for his trial. Sandra Paris Sandra and Patrice Evra met when they were 15 and were married from 2007 to 2020. They welcomed a son named Lenny Evra and a daughter named Maona. Reports of their divorce emerged when the former French football team captain was captured kissing Margaux Alexandra, a Danish model, and his current fiancée, with whom he now has 2 children. And now this question, people will keep asking, why is this connected to Yul Edochie? Now, Yul Edochie's case of forgetting his... Okay, let us not just go there. Let us begin it with how Yul Edochie left May Edochie and went to be with Judy Austin. And now Judy Austin and Yul Edochie, they are living together. And now, according to the information that has been going around, they say Yul Edochie has decided not to send money for upkeep for his family, for his wife, and for the children. And when he's being asked, he will say they should ask May Edochie, that May Edochie is doing practically well more than him. And this is something that is happening in another country, the same thing that is happening in another country. And now this man is being sued for 12 months for abandoning his wife and his kids, and he's even paying money. He's being charged to pay a certain sum of amount to the wife and for other legal damages that he has done. And Yul Edochie is walking and roaming around the streets, forgetting all these responsibilities he was meant to do. And you keep asking if there is a legal system. And you keep asking if this thing is not trying to favor Yul Edochie. Because what is stopping Yul Edochie from going to face the brunt of the court? That he is forfeiting his responsibility as the father of the house and as the husband. And he's forfeiting all this responsibility and is roaming in the streets of social media. People are coming to say it. People are coming to raise this information. Even his friend came out to say the same thing. And they raised this awareness that Yul Edochie has stopped sending money to his family for upkeep and all that. And now May Edochie is filing the divorce. And up to this moment, they've not approved this divorce. Something that does not take up to a month or 2 months to be approved in the same process, in the same country. Yul Edochie's own is taking 2 years plus. And you think it is not something worth thinking and worth deliberating on or worth taking actions on. Well, no matter what they want to do, May Edochie has already stood her grounds that she was never going to accept Yul Edochie back, no matter what Yul Edochie or anything or the court or whatever thing they want to do, no matter how long they wish to delay this process, that her decision and her mind is already made up that she was not going back to Yul Edochie. Well, I don't know your reactions. I truly don't know what you think. Feel free to drop your comments, your reactions. How do you feel? Feel free to share. And please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe so you don't miss out on juicy celebrity and entertainment gist. Always stay tuned to Honest Mike, for we'll never leave your side. Do have a beautiful day and I love you so much. Bye, yeah.